I joined the United States Marine Corps for artistic inspiration, to my recruiter's shock. He said, "You are the only person crazy enough to join the Marine Corps for artistic inspiration." I didn't want to be another fairy artist. I wanted to actually have a voice and have legitimate paintings that merited looking at, merited somebody's time. I deployed to Iraq, and when I got there, we were hit within 30 minutes of landing, and I was unpacking my sea bag, and I had just taken off my boots, and the first thought that went through my head when we got bombed was, where are my socks? I wasn't scared. After we were hit, eventually the females were gathered together, and they said, "We just had 6 rapes reported in the last week, so don't be alone." In Iraq, I was a communications specialist, so I was one of the only fiber optic technicians as a field wireman. And to do my job, I was one of the only fiber optic technicians. I was gonna be alone. It's hard to imagine. You have to worry about getting raped on top of worrying about the enemy. The whole time I was behind the wire on that base, working, I was in Condition 1, which is locked and loaded, ready to fire. I didn't feel safe. I did a lot of ballpoint ink drawing when I was enlisted, and I have a whole sketchbook filled with those drawings, and I refer to them as my darker days. When you're a woman in the Marine Corps and you're in a combat zone, your enemies are on the wrong side of the wire. The imagery I'm making now, I'm looking for peace. And when relevant, looking for a way to speak about what I've experienced. When I got out, I was so angry and full of hate and just confused and totally messed up. I mean, I had heard of PTSD, but I didn't really believe it existed. But when I got back from Iraq, I mean, that's what I had. I ended up eventually committing suicide. And when I did that, I was in a whole nother world. I was trying to prematurely donate my organs. I had this plan. I felt like I was going about it as responsibly as I could. I had walked to the VA hospital to donate my organs. I had already drank the poison. A security guard found me, and I begged that security guard to shoot me because I felt like the poison wasn't working. I need to die, it's not working, please shoot me. And he said, "No, hun, not today." He called an ambulance and they took care of me and they put me in the psych ward. The VA saved my life. The VA hospital saved my life. A lot of the times when you have PTSD, you feel ashamed to talk about it. You don't want to bring people down. You don't want to share the experiences you've had with your family because what can they do? There's nothing they can do. You can't change the past. The things that have already happened, and they're not going to unhappen. And there is no answer to why the atrocity. So there's a lot of guilt associated with telling your story and opening up and breaking the silence. Whenever a veteran would open up and tell their story, I felt a part of me heal. And I realized that I could help others heal by telling my story. When you can find your voice within the pain and find words for your pain and find an image for your pain and express yourself, you start to heal from your pain.
probably 4 times the amount of artwork we expected and twice the amount of entrants. And the NMVA actually got to over 100 members finally from doing this show.
Everybody has something, some darkness, something that haunts them. The world is crazy, and we need to help each other. Having the gallery is my way of giving back to the community, to create a public space where people can come and find peace and enjoy the artwork. I want people to feel welcome here. And the primary goal here is to host fundraisers that are also themed art exhibitions and use the artwork to be a way of connecting some cause, some purpose to the community, so that the artwork is what fuels change in our community, positive transformation in our community. So when people visit the gallery, they get really excited. They see the colors and they feel like they're in another world, like they're in another, like they've come to another dimension, like it takes them inside themselves. And that's what I want. That's the experience I want people to have, because when you're looking at art, you're looking inside yourself. There's no argument that making artwork is valuable to the people who create it. When you share your experience and you break the silence, it sets you free and it heals you. And it can do that for other people too. When somebody sees a work of art they can relate to, or that makes them laugh, or that evokes an emotion in them that it was an emotion in you, that connection is what heals us.